Hi guys, it's Steffi from the Novelty Corner. Welcome back to my channel. This is the weekly wrap up for the week of February the 5th to the 11th, and I'm back to my 3 books a week sort of reading pattern, which is fine with me. I'm going to apologise in advance for the quality of the video. The lighting is terrible today, the setup is awkward, and I'm doing my best, guys. I promise. Doing my best. But hopefully this will work for this week. The first book that I read this week was The Mesmerist by Ronald L. Smith, which I received as an ARC from NetGalley. It is a middle grade fiction paranormal story about Jessamine Grace and her mother, who are living as sham spiritualists until they discover that Jessamine can actually talk to the dead. It is set in Victorian London. It is one of the creepiest middle grade books that I've read. It deals with topics like the plague and supernatural creatures. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. It was really different. I have a feeling it may be the first book in a series, and I think there's a bit of setup that's been done in this book. But overall, it was quite an entertaining read, and I did really enjoy it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The second book that I read this week was Love, Lies and Linguini by Hilary Spears, or Spires. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce the last name. This I was sent for review by Alan Unwin. It is a new release, and it is technically the second book in a series. I think the first book is Hester and Harriet, and those are the 2 main characters of this book. So this book follows on from the events of the first book. I haven't read the first book, but from what I gather from reading this book, Hester and Harriet took in a Belarusian young woman and her young son, and we're obviously helping them out, and along the way they've got caught up in some sort of scam or mystery, and that culminated at the end of the previous book. There are references in Love, Lies and Linguini to the original book, but I don't think you have to have read it to read this story. It is the story of 2 retired sisters, Hester and Harriet, who are living together in an English village. Previously expanded their friendship group, including Daria and her son Milo, plus their own living relatives. But they've decided that they're going to expand their horizons and they're going to travel, and they're traveling to Italy and staying in this sort of resort that has a whole lot of activities for them to do and enjoy while they're there, and they're there for about a week. So that's one aspect of the story. The other is the story of Daria and Milo, the Belarusian immigrants that they took in, as well as their nephew Ben, who gets himself into a little bit of trouble in this book when one of his friends decides that Ben should throw a party in Hester and Harriet's cottage while they're away. Insert every possible thing that could go wrong. I'll be fully honest, Love, Lies and Linguini is not a story I would have picked up on my own to read. It is not my type of story. That said, wearing my critical hat, it is a good story. It's a good book. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed the way that the author really delved into characters and their motivations and their thought processes. I loved how Hester and Harriet are sisters who do not always get along. They misinterpret each other's information. It reminds me very much of my relationship with my sister, because we don't always see eye to eye. I did enjoy it. 3 out of 5 stars. The third book that I finished this week was Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, and oh, this is another new favourite book. Anyone who's been watching my book videos, you will have heard me harp on about how much I like angels and demon stories, and I do. I love them. Absolutely love them. And I have had this for a little while, and I've heard about it for a lot longer than that. And I don't know why I didn't pick it up sooner, because it is just fascinating. It is a beautifully written book, and it is one of the most unique takes on angels and demons, or variations thereof, that I have ever read. I apologise in advance because I'm probably going to butcher these names, because yes, I digress. Daughter of Smoke and Bone is the story of Karau, I think it's Karau, who is living in Prague, which is a fantastic setting, let me just say. I thought that was amazing. And she is an art student there. She is sort of this quirky, eclectic, mysterious character. She has blue hair. She disappears for periods of time, and her best friend, Zuzana, often wonders where she goes. When Karau comes back, she's often exhausted, tired, sometimes injured. Karau lives 2 lives. She lives in the human world, studying art and trying to live life normally. And in her second life, we discover that she runs errands for this mysterious character known as Brimstone, collecting teeth. Karau knows that she is not like other people, but she doesn't know why. Her history and her parentage is a mystery to her. She was raised by Brimstone. She starts to feel like she needs to uncover these answers, and then some pretty mysterious things happen. The doors between the human world and Brimstone's world begin to close, and Karau is left trying to work out where she should be, what she should be doing, and who she is, and it is just amazing. I have not done it any justice whatsoever talking about it It is just incredible. I started the second one, Days of Blood and Starlight, and I am nearly finished. I wanted to finish it last night so that I could include it in this, but I'm not quite done yet. But all I can say is I do really enjoy this one. I think the stories are slightly more drawn out in this one. I don't know whether I like or I don't like yet. I think I might reserve judgment until I finish this one and maybe get partway through the third book, because I'm planning on going straight from this one to the last book in the series. All I can say is great series, definitely pick it up. If you like your paranormal YA fiction, I'm enjoying it very much. So those are the books that I have been reading this week. I've had a pretty good reading week considering I'm back at work. I'm still sorting out my routine here in my new place and trying to get through books. Let me know down in the comments, what have you been reading this week? What was your favourite read this week? If you're not following me on Instagram, definitely follow me there, because I am trying to get back into my regular posting schedule, and I love hearing about what people are reading. I love following new Instagram accounts, particularly on Bookstagram. So please leave a link down below. I'll pop my username on the screen. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.